Yes, I know. I see your comments. I want more Stranger Things videos too. But you know what? There hasn't been too many announcements about it recently because of the whole shutdown thing. I did see that there's a date they're going to try to start shooting again by, and there is a few new details from the Season 4 trailer that have surfaced that I completely missed in my original Season 4 trailer breakdown video, as well as some Stranger Things cast movies and another video I want to talk about that I've got coming soon. So this is going to be my Stranger Things Season 4 update video where we're going to cover all of these things and talk about what is going to come of Hopper in Russia and when it looks like Netflix will be releasing the new season. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. I'm looking forward to Season 4 like Elle is looking forward to her next Eggo sandwich, and Hopper, I don't think he has much to look forward to while he's stuck in Russia, but you know what? After you sub, you can look forward to all the new Season 4 theory and breakdown videos I'll be doing in the future. Now, originally, Season 4 was planned to release in 6 to 8 months around early spring 2021, but unfortunately, due to events that are out of all of our hands, the release has been pushed back a while and they're looking to jump right back into shooting as soon as possible. Before they were forced to shut down, they had only filmed for about a month or so like a few scenes, maybe an episode or two's worth of footage, but not that much in the grand scheme of things. It is rumored that the cast was told they were going to start shooting again on September 17th, if things keep going well, which is exciting. That's only like a month and a half away, but we'll see how well that holds up. Unfortunately, it was just announced that Universal Studios will not be doing their annual Halloween Horror Nights this year. That's a big sad. No new Stranger Things haunted houses this year for us. Halloween Horror Nights is one of my favorite things that I get to look forward to each year, and ever since I finally started watching Stranger Things and have grown a community around it here on YouTube, it's only made it all the more exciting for me to look forward to each year. But even the last few weeks, I was definitely questioning how that would actually work. If you haven't been before, there's these scare actors that can just roam the park and blend in with the crowd so that they can jump out and scare you, and I was like, how would any of the scare actors be able to get up in your face and scare you? They'd either have to safely scare you from 6 feet away, or all of them wear a mask, which both kind of take you out of the moment. Unless they decide to do a pandemic theme and make all the actors doctors and nurses so that masks are just part of their costume, but honestly, it might be a little too soon for that. That'd probably be in bad taste. But I guess we always have next year to look forward to. The only thing is, we might not get to see Season 4 next year either. And here's why. So February 2020 is when they started shooting, and they were planning on releasing it in spring 2021. That's a little over a full year apart from each other. And they were a month into shooting when they stopped, but they might have to reshoot a few things if any of the actors have changed much. But if they get to go ahead and start production again on September 17th, and they take a little over a year before they're ready to release it, it won't be ready until October 2021. But personally, I think they would rather delay it until spring 2022, so they're closer to the same time of the year they were originally planning on releasing it, rather than doing it 6 months sooner. And here's why. But first, do you know what else I can't wait for? The channel is getting so close to hitting 200k, and only 8% of you guys that watch the videos are subscribed. Shout out to that 8% though, because you guys are the best. And if you're part of the giant 90% that's not subscribed, what are you even doing? If you enjoy the videos and you want to support the channel so I can keep making more videos, all you got to do is subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, but it helps me out a lot. And we actually just opened the channel Discord too. There's going to be a link in the pinned comment that will bring you to the Discord. We're almost at 500 members already, and we've only been open for 2 weeks. I'd love for you to come say hi. It's such a wonderful community. We've all been talking and making friends. You don't want to miss out. And I hope to at least see you guys in the next video because I've got some more Stranger Things ones coming soon, but more on that later. Now, like I was saying, I think the Duffer Brothers would rather release Season 4 closer to April 2022, just so they're closer in the time of year that they would originally release it by, rather than October 2021, which might be when it's done. And this is just because, usually, the release date has some correlation to the events in the season. If you remember, Season 2 included the kids dressing up as Ghostbusters to go out trick-or-treating on Halloween, and it was released at the end of October 2017. And last year, Season 3 was released on July 4th, and everything in the season led up to the Hawkins Independence Day Fair that happened during the season finale. And if speculation is correct and Season 4 is going to include the Chernobyl event, this season would be released sometime at the end of April. I made a video on this, I'll link at the end of this video. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it after this, it'll explain everything. But basically, if you look at each season, they all take place 1 year after the other. Season 1 takes place in 1983, Season 2 in 1984, Season 3 in 1985, and theoretically, Season 4 should take place in 1986. Remember that, because there's also a pattern between what time of year or which month the seasons take place in, and each year it gets closer and closer to the beginning of the year. Season 1 with Christmas in December, and then 2 months earlier, Season 2 came out with Halloween in October, and then another 2 months earlier, Season 3 came out with Independence Day in July. So theoretically, following the same pattern, Season 4 would come out another 2 months sooner, which would mean the season would take place in April 1986, the same month and year that Chernobyl took place. Now, personally, I think this is too much of a pattern for it to just be a coincidence. I think the Duffer Brothers knew what they were doing since the beginning, and I don't think them waiting an extra 6 months would deter them from staying true to their original plan. I think we're going to have a huge showdown between Elle and the Mind Flayer in the end, hopefully with some of the other numbers too, and it's going to end on Elle creating a huge explosion to kill the Mind Flayer, hopefully not killing herself too, but we'll see. That is so massive that everyone in the world can't not notice it, and it will be covered up as the nuclear plant leak that was Chernobyl. This is just to hide everything that's happened in the show from the general public. The Upside Down, Demogorgons, the Mind Flayer, everything. Now, I think that would be really cool. I don't think they could release a season in the same year as it and not address it. It's the perfect opportunity. Let me know in the comments if you think they're going to say Chernobyl was just Elle kicking some Mind Flayer butt. Oh, okay, so someone pointed this out in the comment section of one of my last Stranger Things videos where I broke down the trailer for season 4, but I completely missed it until someone showed me. Okay, so there's 2 things. The first one is at the very end of the trailer after Hopper looks up and everything goes black. Right at 46 seconds, we can hear a Demogorgon in the distance. How did I miss this before? This is huge. Is this what made Hopper stop and look up? Or is this going to be after the fact? Is this next scene going to be that white Demogorgon from the teaser just full on sprinting after all the prisoners and guards, scattering them until it gets close enough to start eating people one by one? Not going to lie, that would be pretty intense. We're still not sure what they're doing with that Demogorgon. My guess is that the Russians are trying to figure out how to turn it into a soldier so they can weaponize it, but still, this scene is about to go from 0 to 100 really quick. Thank you for pointing this out to me, whoever it was. And the second thing, you have to listen a little bit harder to hear. It's at 33 seconds. Close your eyes and listen. Did you hear it? Let me see if I can isolate the sound. It sounds like someone is yelling out, "Hopper!" And honestly, it kind of sounds like Will a little bit. Maybe he and the gang went to Russia to find Hopper after learning he was alive, and they saw the Demogorgon coming and tried to warn him. I don't know, but there's definitely a different sound there than in the rest of the pattern of noises. Maybe it took Hopper a second, but maybe that's why he stopped and looked up for a second. Maybe he thought he heard his name and needed to look around. Who knows? I can't wait for the 4th season. It just stinks that it's going to be so long before it gets here. There's a few books and comics that came out that I think I might make videos on until we get more teasers. I did a video on Darkness on the Edge of Town not too long ago. This was the one about Hopper's past, which they said will play a big role in season 4, and I really enjoyed the book, and we learned a lot about those boxes in Hopper's basement that they talked about, especially the New York one. I'm going to link that at the end of the video too, just in case you haven't seen it, but I'm going to read through another one soon and make a video on that one too, so make sure you're subbed so you don't miss it. But I was thinking maybe if you guys want it, I can make videos on some of the other books and maybe even the comics where we get to see more of the numbers. I think that might be cool. It was also just announced that Dark Horse Comics will be releasing a new Stranger Things comic book this year called the Halloween Special, which will come out October 21st, and it's going to be about Mike, Will, Lucas, and Dustin on Halloween night sitting in Fort Byers, eating candy and telling spooky stories. And eventually, the night will lead to them revealing the town's deepest kept secret of the Child Eater of Hawkins. Ooh, scary. I'm super excited for this, just as it's more Stranger Things content, and I'll definitely be doing a video on it when it comes out. In other Stranger Things related news, if you miss seeing the cast, I know not a lot of movies have been coming out recently, but Charlie Heaton has his X-Men New Mutants one coming out, which I'm super stoked for. It's going to be a heavy thriller superhero movie, and I can't wait to see it. It sounds like they're going a little darker with this one. The trailer actually looks like a horror movie. And I know that they said they wanted that with Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness, but I think we're going to get to see this one first. And then Joe Keery, the mom to our Stranger Kids, is having 2 movies come out soon. One is a thriller that premiered at Sundance. He's a rideshare driver that goes crazy for views and starts straight up ending people. I think that should be interesting. I'm excited to see him as this character though. And the other movie is a comedy action film that stars Ryan Reynolds, who seems to live in a video game and ends up trying to break out or set the game free. And it looks like Joe Keery's character character works for the antagonist that designed the game. Probably not as big of a role, but who knows? It looks cool. We should be able to see all 3 of these movies way before season 4 comes out, so you'll have a tiny little fix. But let me know if you guys want more Stranger Things videos. I've seen all of your comments, and that's why we're here right now, so feel free to give this video some love, and if it does well, I'll make some more videos soon. And I mentioned this earlier, but I've been having such a great time hanging out with my Discord recently. I've met so many amazing people that keep me motivated each time I sit down and make a video. Shout out to everyone in the Discord. You guys are amazing human beings, and I'm really proud of the community we have there. If you haven't already, go down to the comments and click the link to join. We're all there right now after the video goes up talking about it, so come say hi. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And until next time, I will see you in the comments. Peace.